You guys? Hello? My computer's malfunctioning, story of my life. Let's just get that out of there. Welcome to Thursday. Let's go, computer. We got this. Look how many of you are in. Before we even begin. There's like 20 of you in here already. Good to see you. Look, you all hyped. Liking my new graphics? Thanks. Girls moving on up, you guys. Girls moving on up. Someone's saying they're scared. Charles, you guys, didn't you just see at the start? Trust the process. Have fun. You know? Charles, didn't you do great? You did great on the stitch, so I'm not worried about you with this little elefante. Oh my god, so many regulars are back that I've been missing for so long. You guys, Adam and Stacy, we've got them back in the comments here. Great to see ya. We've got Daryl, Justin, Curly Johnson, Charles, Mama. Oh, Kylie's here. Fats, the real MVP. I'm sure some of you guys were here before when Fats followed along with MS Paint. So if you go sneak on over to his, oh my god, filling up the comments. Oh my gosh, let me see what's happening here. You're just filling up, you guys. I just can't even handle all the love you're giving me in the comments. Oh my Lanta. Okay, here we go. Let me see. My computer's just, as usual, you guys, having a mental breakdown. It's not Tuesday with Tay if it's not lagging. Am I right? Oh my god, Fats, you're just, I can't even handle all of the love in the comments right now. I was just in the middle of saying you guys should go check out Fats' stream right now because he's streaming this and his, we're painting the elephant together. You have to see what his digital elephant will look like because he always does a great job. Even though he says he's not an artist, don't believe him, okay? Svengali's here, so excited. Zach's painting MS style. Exactly. Here we're going to be painting traditionally, of course, because that's what we do here on my stream, am I right? But it is exciting to see what he comes up with. I love that. We do have a mini problem with Kenzie, you know how I changed my Instagram password today? I forgot to change it on my computer. So we might need a couple minutes earlier. I might need to figure that out. We'll see how that works. Or I'll just give you guys the old-fashioned way where I showed you guys everyone's pictures on my phone. That happened too. But hey, random guy was super early and learned that I have a start screen. Well, that's a new addition. Ever since I've made partner, you guys, I just feel like, you know, gotta bring up some good new designs and some new shows and, you know. Hey, Cody rocks. You rock. And Lisa, hello. You guys, always just so much love in the comments. 3 new shows, yeah. We've got drawing, we got studio hangs, we've got paint nights. So I think that's exciting. A lot of people have been really liking the draw nights. I hope you guys can come hang on Tuesdays. Never forget. Where we draw instead of paint. It's a little bit less intimidating, I guess, maybe, for some people. Not as much of a mess. Like, it's, you know, some people don't want to paint. You just want to draw. You got a pencil and eraser. Let's make it happen. So those are on Tuesdays. It's Tay's Day, not Tuesday. Charles just speaking to my soul here. And now today, of course, it's Thursday. You guys can never forget. And we're going to be painting this cutie little elephant down here on the side. It is not my original work. I do want to say that up front. It is by a page on Etsy called Pink Forest Cafe. There is a friend of mine out here. She should be out here. Maybe she'll be watching the video later. Who requested we do an elephant, and a lot of people have been requesting elephants, but they're a very difficult animal because they're actually like, even though they're cute and we love them, they're like actually kind of ugly. They're like wrinkly and wrangly, and painting them is actually difficult. So I just never found a painting of an elephant that I thought we could all crush out together until Courtney sent me this one, so you guys can all thank Courtney for bringing us this little cutie today. Of course, Pink Forest Cafe either did that digitally or watercolory. We're going to be doing it acrylic because you guys know that's what we do here. Oh my god. Asking what my shirt says, I knew Justin would jump in on that. It says Anna Managuchi. There's a good story behind this shirt. I'll tell y'all later. Don't worry. Today. I'll tell you today. Justin has something to do with it. It's a band, though. It's a band. I just thought, like, isn't that so funny? It's like a drunk Kirby or something. I don't know. It's funny. Anyway, the Dresdowskis are here. Did I say Kirby? I meant Kirby. I got distracted. Hello, Dresdowskis. Hello. I love it. It's their first time today, you guys. It's a good day. It's a good day. Okay. Don't worry. Now that I have a start screen, you guys have seen some things like trust the process and fill up your water. Don't be nervous. Ask a lot of questions. You know, that's the main thing. We're having fun here. It's no pressure. You can't ruin it. Acrylic paint can paint over acrylic paint any day. No mistakes, okay? There are no mistakes. Call me Barb Ross if you want, you guys. Okay, what are we doing here? Since I have the start screen, I feel like I don't have to, like, chat with you for so long. We can, like, just get into it. Because remember, I always post these on YouTube, so hello everyone watching on YouTube in the future. Thanks for joining our mumbo jumbo where we just chat all day. Curly Johnson's nervous and you're just watching. Hey, keep that attitude out of here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't be nervous. It's so much fun. We are gonna have a good time. I just gotta find my black paint. Let me just wheel on over here. Yep. Okay. We are gonna start with, if you have a gray and you want to use a gray, cool, just take a gray right out of the tube. Some of us might not have gray, so you might need white and black. And know from the beginning that I don't take every single color we use out and prep my palette with them. I like to take them out as we go so that you don't waste paints. Paints don't dry out. You can always add more versus take away. It's easier. So that's just what I like to do. Oh, sorry, my studio's not set up how I usually have it. Who wants a trust the process shirt? Can't see you. Trust the process is, like I've always said, I'm gonna like tattoo it on my forehead because that's the most important part. Because halfway through, you guys are gonna look at your like weird shapes that we're drawing. You're gonna be like, ew, this sucks. What is this? It's not an elephant. And some of you are gonna want to try and quit and give up. And I'm gonna yell at you if you do, okay? Because I promise at the end we're all gonna have these cutie little things that are gonna look like elephants. I promise. Draws, you're fine. See, Mama's saying she gave up and she regretted it. Okay, and I'm gonna shame you for it. Just kidding. I won't. I don't shame you guys. I just think you guys, there's so many people that are so proud at the end, like they're so surprised that they painted something so cutie. Yeah, I'm gonna have a shame bell. You guys, look at you all coming up with just great ways of me marketing myself. Thank you, I just appreciate it. All right, I'm just taking some white and some black. Oh, I'm ignoring you, Mackenzie. We should tie-dye shirts that say trust the process. Exclusive order. Limited edition tie-dye trust the process t-shirts. Guys, I like how you think. Hell yeah. Fats #1. Excellent. Oh yeah, for Fats it's different because he's just MS painting. He doesn't gotta do all the beauty of like mixing paint together. Lucky. And what do I say every time about black, you guys? It's a very, very powerful pigment. You don't need much of it at all. That was like way too much that I took out, okay? Fats! You're just spoiling me over here. No. Curly, I'm never mean. Fats thinks that I am just like making fun of him the whole time, but I don't. I'm actually serious when I say that he did a good job. I was very impressed. Even though I'm just like a classic art teacher that says everybody does well, I'm serious. He does good. Okay, Dresden. Hello, welcome. Good to see you. Right in time. We're going to be taking out a little skinny brush or a small brush. The smallest brush you got. I always tell people just have... Oh, draws. Don't worry, I gotcha. I always tell people to have small, medium, large. It's nice to have just like a range of colors. Or sizes. Okay? All right, so... We've got some black and white on our canvas, or maybe you've got gray. Fats has gray in his color picker. We are going to just take a bunch of white if you don't have gray yet, and the tiniest touch of black, okay? And you're going to add some water. Like, see, when I go back here, I'm always going back to my water dish. And you're going to kind of like scoop water onto your palette with your paintbrush. And mix it in with more water than paint. You want to make like a kind of like chocolate milky consistency, okay? Which means like we want this paint to be like not super, super watery, but not super thick. A nice like glass of chocolate milk, am I right? Okay, and the reason we're doing that is because we're just starting with outline, and it doesn't matter. Like if you make a couple wrong lines or the lines are ugly, like whatever. The water is more powerful than the paint, so it's going to dry very light. And we're going to paint right over top of it. Because there's no mistakes, remember? Okay. You've got your little brush. You're going to take a breath because we're having fun. And take a look at your whole canvas because it's very common for people to get intimidated by the whole thing. And paint really small in the middle. But we want to use the whole space, right? So look at your little elephant down here and acknowledge the places like where you are going to put it and how you're going to fill up the space. And this is, it's not watercolor, it's acrylic paint, Johnson. Okay, ready? We're going to start with that cutie little head, and it's just a circle in the middle. And like, look, I'm going to go like a couple times until I get the circle that I want. Like, it's not a perfect circle. There's multiple lines in it because it's borderline impossible to draw a circle straight, a perfect circle in one go. So you can use the same paintbrush and the same shape to spin and make that circle. Tristan, I told you you already gave me too much. You're too kind to me. And the cutie jar begins. But acknowledge too, like maybe the circle's a little big, so we gotta fit those ears in there. So be conscious of the ears. But again, it's just like super casual right now. We're just mapping stuff out. Justin started it. Yeah, blame Justin. Okay, guys, I'm so excited. There's so many of you here that haven't been in a long time. And you newbies, it's a good day. Okay, we've got a circle. Charles, easy, right? Easy. Okay. And we're still using that chocolate milk consistency. Ah, bueno, you're here too. The gang's here, you guys. It's a good day. Okay. And now from that circle, we're just going to go like a little bit in. Not fully on the outside. We're going to come in a little bit because we're about to draw that little legs area. And it's just going to literally be a rectangle, okay? Like yours is... Your painting right now can be way lighter than mine is. I just have to draw mine a little bit darker so that you guys can see it. But remember, like this is basically like drawing with a pencil. And I probably should have mentioned beforehand, and I'm sorry that I didn't. You can do this stage with a pencil if you're more comfortable. But paint's more fun. Okay. Okay, so we've got a rectangle. It basically just looks like a cyanide and happiness guy or something. Cody. Hello. Okay. And then on the outside, we're going to do an egg. Guys, are you ready to draw an egg? Just from the outside edge, let's just go whoop. Check that out. Joe, you see what Fats is doing? I wish I could see Fats. You got to keep sending me stuff because I got to see what you're doing too. Match? Why, thank you. I'm really pumped. Someone said that I should dye my hair cyan. That would be committed, wouldn't I? Okay, let's do another oval over here. Beep. What are you woeing about, Draws? How's it going over there? Are we okay? Oh, cyan hair. Look, it would be like, here, let's see. I have my blue here. It would be like this. Guys, I'm pink. I'm sorry. I'm pink for life. Okay. So we've got some legs. What do we have here? I don't know what it looks like at the moment, but it's an elephant. We're good. Let's just move this a touch of the way. Okay? And then you're just gonna do a little bump. Beep. Because he's just cute, his little legs just folded. And you're gonna do another just little bump over here. Sangali, thank you. Guys, I have been putting some time into this streaming, and I thoroughly enjoy it, I won't lie. If I didn't have to do all my commissions and I could just stream all the time, I would. Okay, what else do we got? If your leg's a little far out to the side like mine is on this side, you can just give him a little side there. It looks weird at the moment, but once we color all that in, it'll be okay. His leg's just a little bit more open on this side if you want. But if you don't do that, it will literally make no difference. No one's gonna notice. Okay, so we've got him coming together. It's like little thick rolls. Exactly, Justin. Just like when I was talking about my nephew the other day, guys, about his like little fat wrist that looks so... It almost looks like there's like a ponytail in the middle of it because they're so chubby. That's what we're doing. Now I feel like I have to show you guys that. But we'll find it, we'll find it. Okay. Now, let's add some ears in there, okay? And realistically, it's pretty easy. You can just come to the bottom and make a line down and out a little bit. Down and out. It almost looks like a little, like, I don't know, arms out of the side. You guys know I always try to make it look like something so that everyone can see what's going on. Fats, you're just spoiling me over here. And then how about up here, let's do this one ear's folded a little bit so we can do just a nice little curve at the top. You guys, when we stream on Saturdays, I get to play whatever music I want. It doesn't have to be copyright, whatever this royalty-free stuff is. Because I don't record Saturday ones. I don't post them on YouTube. They're just for us. And it's the best part that we can just jam out to music. Okay, so we have got some weird little lines that are starting to become an ear, okay? Let's continue this line all the way to almost the edge of our canvas. I just lisp a little bit there. And then we can just bring it on down to the other side with a nice little curve. We're going to be adding in like these little curves later. So it's okay if you just do like a straight line. Whatever you wish. Let's just... Remember, you guys, never be scared to tell me to slow down or to ask me any questions. There's some people that aren't caffeine members and they're watching so they can't comment. Maybe they have the same question as you. Or maybe I'm just going so fast because I'm in my own world in this room by myself and you guys are like, girl, slow down. Let me know. Now let's do this other ear that's not folded in, because we're going to fold that one in later, but this one's going to come... You can sometimes use your paintbrush to find where the line is to match up to where you want the other ear to start on the other side of his head. That's a good help to do like eyeballs to make sure the shoulders are right. It's a little trick of the trade. Okay, and then let's just go a line straight out. Beep. I won't lie, this copyright-free song always gets me. It's so just jolly. Okay, oh, I'm just smudging brown everywhere. Okay. And now with the tip, you're just gonna come down a little bit. Right, we came all the way up and then I just went whoop. And then you're gonna match those lines together. Oops. See how I did 2 lines because I messed up a little bit? That's okay. Oh, I don't have a rag. Mom ain't ready today. Okay, so you guys know, some of you know, if you are working on canvas and you have like a rag or a paper towel or something, if you come quickly after you put it down, get your rag wet and you can literally just rub away the line you didn't want. Same with over here. You're just like, I don't really like that. You can wipe it away. Eraser, in a sense. Okay, guys, that's basically an elephant. Well, look at that. Okay. We've still got that chocolate milky gray going down here. Am I right? If not, you can always mix some more. Not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna place that. I was gonna say the word, but then I know you guys are gonna give me props. Adorable little snout, okay? We're coming into this circle. If this is the center line, we're gonna come right 2 lines down the middle. We're kind of making like a rectangle almost. Oh my god, yes. Yes. I love when you guys say preemptive cutie, she meant it. Just it. You guys are the best. Okay, oh wow, I almost just shared with you my password. Okay, so we've got those 2 lines. We're gonna come from this right line. We're just gonna curve it in a little bit. Do you see that, how I brought it in a touch? Fast told you guys not to send pictures of his in. I'm offended. Fats, everybody has to see. We have to share it with the class. That's really funny. What a narc. Okay, we're bringing this, right? We brought this one line, we kind of brought it in a little to give a cute little curve in that snout. And then on this side, we're just gonna kind of come straight down and match up with that line. Once we get to that curve, we're gonna curve this one. Do you see that? Does that make sense? Whoop, whoop. Guys, Fats did the peacock the first time I saw him do it, and he nailed it. I just don't know why he doesn't think that he's good. I just don't get it. Okay, so we've got the schnout, schnoz, whatever you want to call it, basically done here. So the way that we finish it off, I'm going too fast for Fats. Great, Fats, just holding up the whole file. Just kidding. I'll never shame you guys for. I'm like, don't worry, guys. Tell me if I'm going too fast, and then I'm like, no. Justin coming in hot. That's why his name isn't Fast. Oh. That's really funny. But actually, Fats, you didn't have to mix the colors, right? Justin with the hot comment right now. Everybody's in. I'm pinning it. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. Could you guys see though? Nobody's given up, right? Because this already looks like a cutie little perfect elephant. Right? Okay. Don't worry. I'll go over it again. We're going to use this bottom line. You're just going to bring it, curl it fully up. It might feel intense, but I swear it's easy. We've got a big ball at the end of that now. You followed, you went down this line, and you curved around, and you brought it right back in. See that? All right. I'll wait for a second. We are going to bring that line in a little bit to show a little more curl. Man, this elephant's adorable. But when we do these like draw nights, it's basically this, because we go by shape. We can get a little bit more detail in there because you can erase and get a little smaller, have a little more control over a paintbrush than a pencil, than a paintbrush, sorry. So that's why it's fine. Tuesday, draw day. Thursday, paint day. And then Saturday, you watch me paint. That's cool, right? Okay, in this snout, you're going to bring that line down and you can just do another little curve. Oops. I got it a little messy there, but... Remember, I'm still using that good old chocolate milky consistency of paint because I want it to be nice and water-filled so it dries dry and not thick. Like, you know how you can put paint on thick and you can see the brush strokes and you can see the paint? So when you paint over that, you can still see the bump in the canvas. But when we use this, like, chocolate milky business, the paint's flat. And once you put a good opaque swipe of color on top of that, then... it's as good as done. No, it's not supposed to be darker. This is just, it's darker for me so that you guys can see it. They dry lighter when there's that much water in it. That's the confusing part. Paint, when you mix color on your palette and there's not much water in it like we did before, if it's just paint to paint, your paint will dry darker on the canvas, the color. But when you use this super, super watered down version, you'll get this light, it'll dry lighter because it's the water. So when the water dries, there's not much pigment left. So that's kind of confusing, I guess. But the more water, the lighter it will be. What's wrong with dry brushing, says Adam. Nothing's wrong with dry brushing. There's a time and place for dry brushing. It just makes it harder for you to pull your brush across the canvas, that's all. Okay, you guys. That's a little elephant. And let's, still using that same consistency, let's bring this outside line. See, we've got the side line where we drew the body. You're just gonna bring it down. You don't have to go along the whole line, but for me, that just makes it easier for me to make a smooth connection off of it. So I start down here and I bring the little leg down. And then just bring it back up. Oops, that's an ugly line too. And same on this side, you follow that line down. Oops, I don't have enough stuff in my paint. And you're just gonna go what? Like half an inch underneath that first original line you drew. And you're just gonna match it up. How's that? Legs. Okay, dokie. That's about all we're gonna do. I made our elephant's feet a lot bigger than in the picture we're looking at, but what can you do? Remember, this was just for us to map everything out of to where we're gonna place all of our stuff. So it's totally okay if it's messy, totally okay if you have to go over it a couple times. There we go. Okay, so this is basically all we're doing at this point of drawing. We're going to go into painting in about a minute or two here. I'm going to let everybody make sure you get caught up to the drawing part. I guess he does have a little tail, but we can pop that in whenever. And I keep calling it a him, but maybe it's a she. I don't know. I call everything hymns. I'm always like, hey, you guys. Other than cutie, sloshed. Slob. It's not slosh, it's slob the paint around. And guys is what I say the most. I don't know why. Just... okay, how are we feeling? Anybody got any questions at this stage? Do we have a weird... No give-uppers yet? Oh, I just punched myself. I literally just punched my face with my canvas. I hope that means let's do it. What is the square root of 1657? Excuse me? No. Hey Siri. Oh, your butt. You asked if we had questions? Well, Siri will answer that one for you. Okay. Okay. Happy Thursday! Hi, Tender Bear. Good to see ya. I love that you guys embrace the Thursdays. You'll never forget it. So it'll be Thursday and I'll be like, where am I supposed to be right now? Here. With me. The big bum. That was so funny on last stream. That's true. There was an autocorrect. Lisa was saying, like, the bun looked like your bun still looks big, but it said bum looks big. And I literally just read it as bun, like I knew exactly what she meant. But I was like, hey, the bun works too. The bum works too. David hooks 2x plus 2x equals 4x. Right? Alrighty, folks, we are doing... I didn't tell you that we were going to do math here, you know. I didn't promise you math skills. Okay, we're ditching that chocolate milky consistency. Bye. We don't need it for the rest of the time, okay? We are going to be mixing a gray, but with thick paint now. It's not water. We're using straight paint to paint. Tay just loves math. I literally almost choked at that comment. So guys, my boyfriend is, like, he's a scientist and I'm an artist. Like, head math, everything. He's very technical. He can knock stuff out. His alarm clock in the morning is, like, when it goes off, he has to do, like, 7 really hard math equations to turn off the alarm. Excuse me? And, like, he'll ask me head math just to, like, tease me, and I'm like, no! No. Do we mix in a new spot? Hey, I mixed it right on top of it, but you can mix in a new spot. It's completely dependent on how much you had originally. That gives you so much anxiety? Same. He'll be like, oh, Taylor, well, what's 14 divided by 7? Just kidding, that's 2. He'll give me something hard just to, like, see me squirm, and I'll just, like, literally squirm, like, the whole... My brain goes blank, and I, like, sweat. I'm, like, sweating right now. You'll have all boyfriends have cutties? Ill boyfriends have cutties? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Kinder Bear, I ain't in for algebra. I ain't in for it. Oh, cooties! Hey, that's fair. So this is the gray that I've mixed. It's a touch darker. If you're looking at our little cutie down here, see in these spots, it's darker than the rest of the spots. So usually I paint the whole thing a darker gray and then we paint light over top. But this one's such like a cute, dainty, nice painting that we're not gonna do that. We're gonna touch up a couple dark spots, but then we're not gonna go the full way, okay? So see, this is the gray. I don't know if you guys can see that color. But with a little bit of water on your brush, like I said, it's mostly paint that we mixed white and black paint together. We have thick paint down here, and you can use just a little bit of water on your brush. And just fill in these spots that are gonna be the darkest shaded areas, okay? So we've got that little thigh. Tristan, guys, I have to change my whole vocabulary because I feel so bad. You guys give all the time. Let's fill in this middle spot. I'm using a big brush too. I guess I didn't really show that. We are Tristan. You're like my sibling that I'm just whining about. Okay. And we're also gonna color in that little bumpy. Fat's just using a dark gray there. Color that in. Dresden. Okay. And now this is the beauty. If you didn't mix enough, that's totally okay. But now we know, okay, we've got the dark spot. Now we're just gonna take a touch of white and we're gonna mix into that gray, maybe a little more white, just to make a value lighter than the gray that we were already using. Tenderbear's asking, what's the inspiration for tonight's piece? Actually, a lot of people request elephants. Elephant is a very highly requested subject matter. And I've always been very nervous because they're very hard to paint, like a realistic elephant. But then one of my friends wanted to paint an elephant for her baby niece, and she found this picture and asked if we could do it for paint night, and I thought it would be perfect. So that is where it came out. Again, I'm not the original artist. This is by Pink Forest Cafe. I think you can find them on Etsy as well. But it's so cute. So we thought we'd try it out. And why do I think elephants are hard? Because they're actually like a very like ugly, in a sense that they're like wrinkly, a gross color, and a big chunky shapes. So I just feel like a lot of people, when they paint them, they get very frustrated when they're painting in like the wrinkles and stuff, and it doesn't look like, I know, I'm sorry, I love elephants, but if you really look at them hard, they're not the prettiest when it comes to detail. And so I just know that people will get frustrated. So I didn't want to go in that direction. Days elephants confirmed. No, I love them, I swear. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so now we've got this. Thick boys need love too. I hate painting in my wrinkles too. Sorry, you guys. It's just, you know, we'll do a couple little wrinklies in here. It's just the truth, okay? It's just the truth. We've got this gray. There's more paint than water on our paintbrush, and we're filling this in. And see how it's literally just a tiny touch lighter than the dark gray that we were using already, right? Because we are still going to be doing our darker to lighter. It's just that I didn't feel comfortable painting our whole elephant this dark color. I think it would have turned out really dark on a lot of people's. So we're still going to be adding lighter layers as we go on top, but just changing it up a little bit. Sorry, I'm a bully, you guys. Yes, 100%. Sorry, that's see, look at these questions helping me out. Totally go over your outline when you're filling it in. That outline that we drew is like the base. We don't care about it anymore. We like to cover it up, whether you're covering it up with painting the elephant in itself or covering it up when we paint the background, it will be covered. Which way do you brush strokes on the feet? Yeah, I was pretty like circle. That's probably, you're right, the best. Fill it in the full circle. I guess I didn't really mention that again. Guys, I just ain't on the ball today. I usually say be very conscious of your brush strokes when you're laying the paint down. Don't go all crazy and scribbly with it. It's best sometimes to follow the shape that you are coloring in. So remember, we have this rectangle here. So when I'm coloring it in, I'm always going to go up and down. I'm not going to go side to side. I'm going to keep it in one direction. And it kind of helps mold and shape the image for you when you make the brush strokes go in that one way, because when your eye catches it, sometimes it's already shaping the perspective for you. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it might not make sense to a lot of people, but it helps you out. Even Fat's doing it digitally, like I would 100% suggest, unless you do just like fill in, like paint fill, because that's an option too on paint. But I would still suggest to still follow the same direction. How dare you accuse me of paint fill? You kill me. Just kidding. JK, JK. That's so funny. I would never. Okay. Filling that puppy in. And again, it's totally okay if you like run out of the paint that you've mixed. If you have to make more, not the end of the world. How's that? I was about to say it again. I need a better vocabulary. This cutie jar has just made me realize that I say the same things over and over and over again. Alrighty then. We still have that same little bit lighter gray. You and Rachel are right now mixing more. Yeah, see, no worries. Like, I'm probably gonna have to, too. But again, it's always better that you don't waste paint at the end. That you add versus are left over with a bunch and you're like, well, I'm just gonna waste this. Because I do that all the time and I hate myself for it. Okay, we still have that same secondary gray. And we're just gonna do, it's gonna feel weird. Actually, we're just gonna fill this all in right there. I lied to you. Fill that puppy in, just the top chunky. Because remember, he has a fold, or she or he has a fold in their ear, so that's why we're putting that darker there. And same on this side, let's just do a little bit of darker. Pew, pew, pew. Respect. I'll take a Minuto. Actually, let me try to set up my Instagram here. It might freeze the world. It happened last time, but let me know if my stream just comes to a screeching halt. I'm just gonna sneak over here while you look. My studio's packed tight. Can I even fit over there? Maybe not. Okay. I'll hold this here so I don't block it when I go over here. Just so you guys can't see my password in here. I'm a mess. Okay. Let's put this here. Can you see it? No. Cool. Fun fact about me, you guys. I can never remember passwords and I have to change them literally almost every single time I sign into anything. So I wrote mine down today. Okay. Okay, if this doesn't work. Whew! Nailed it. Guys, I can't put that into my password. CUTI3. Sorry, I've got my multi, what is it called? You're going so fast, chill, I know. Whoa! Just flying through. Thank the Lord we've got it. So now you guys, I won't have to show you on my phone when you guys send me in. Perfect! When you guys send me in your updates, we've got it. I can show you them like a professional. Tiny. Sorry. I know that's ridiculous because I'm not even painting right now. Baby's asleep and drinking and painting, so a hard 10. Erica is at a hard 10. We've easily a 9. Why are we saying numbers? Oh, I didn't even see Justin. On a no fun 1 to a turbo fun 10, how's everybody doing in the house tonight? That's what I feel like you should say. Okay, dokie. I know that I was going too fast because some people like to change more, mix more color, and that's totally fine. Drozowskis are having a 10. That's all I could ever ask for. Okay. So, we still have this same color that we've been using. And see, it has dried a little bit darker, which is fine. We're going to be adding a lot of lighter colors on top. But now is the time that we can make some of those little bumpies in the elephant ears, okay? And we're going to come down. I'm still using a thick brush. We're still using, my paint's a little thin by accident, but yours can be thick. This is a me problem down here. come on, come on, come on. Okay. You're going to start up here, and you are going to kind of follow that original line that you drew, and you're just going to kind of make it a little more bumpy. You can do it with a stroke at a time. You can do it in one single stroke. You can do little bumps, whatever is easiest for you. I just realized as I did it in one stroke that that's probably an intimidating feat, so maybe don't do it in one stroke. For some of you, it might be easier to use a smaller paintbrush. I'm not 100% sure. But for me, the best way is to go lightly on your brush, and when you want to bump out, you push down, come back in, pull up on your brush a little bit, push down to bump, whoop, whoop. Remember, sound effects are necessary. But you see how we use that original line that we made the ears with as our point of reference to follow on the way down. Right, you want to see that close? Wobble, wobble, wobble. And again, always look at your reference picture. Like, sometimes people ask me, like, how did you know where to place something? Like, I am always hard looking at a reference. Interesting? Hey, I'll take interesting. Okay. Lots of gray, lots of gray. Some of you might even want to pull up some of the paint with little brush strokes like this. We are going to be painting over top basically all this, but if you want to add some texture, remember, I always teach it the simplest way. It just looks like that because it's wet. It's supposed to be the same color that we've been using, but since it's wet, it's a little bit lighter. Let me go back in there. I'll make it a little darker so it doesn't look as crazy to you guys. But yeah, it should be the same color. I don't know why it's a little bit darker on mine. But again, I teach it the simplest. I'll teach it in shape, and I can teach it simple, straightforward, but we'll add some parts where if you are comfortable with, you can bring a little more detail. Completely up to you. You can brush out that line if you want. But again, we're going to be going with lighter gray, and we're going to be filling in all these spots again. Right. Yeah, see, I must have got a little mix in there. These are supposed to be the same color, but we are using the same black and white throughout the whole thing, so it's not like anything will stick out like a sore thumb if a value is a little off. Not the end of the world. So remember, you can always go back on top of it and add more white into your grays and lighten anything up, because you can paint over top of acrylic till the end of time. I am recording for YouTube. I am. Even though it makes me sad because, not sad, but the lives are so much more fun that when you can come and be part of the conversation, but when it's recorded, then people don't worry as much as making it to the live, right? Because they know that they can go to the recording anytime. But I'm still very happy that they are being used. There's a lot of people all over the world that are sending me some at like different times of the day because they like, it's like 4 in the morning when I start. Aiden, are you here, Aiden? My UK pal. One day I'll I'll have the time to make just like actual tutorials that aren't live that I can record and post. But that'll come at some point. Mama just ain't got the time right now, okay guys? All right, we're going back into our good old gray pile we made here, and we're just lightening it up again, which means we're adding more white to it again. And remember, if you have to remix everything, if you ran out of gray, what can you do? See, exactly, and that's another thing that I forgot to mention. When it's a recording, you can pause, right? You can pause, you can rewind. You're not as stressed to like try to keep up. That's for sure also a bonus of the recordings. That is very, very fair. Because I try to shove this into 2 hours, right? It probably could be done in an hour without all my gabbing. But, yeah. Okay. So we've lightened up that gray. So remember, if you ran out, it's totally okay to mix some more, but remember and acknowledge that it's going to dry a little bit darker than what you've made if you're trying to match something. So we're adding more white on there to make it more dainty. And you're going to add a little bit of water on your brush. You don't, unless you're Adam, you can dry brush it if you want, but a little bit of water will help. And we are going to fill in this elephant ear. And see, when I get to the bottom, I'm just kind of doing it in rough strokes so you can kind of still see that dark gray that we had underneath. But I'm going over it a little bit. And since there's a little bit of water on my brush, it's a little bit translucent. If your dark gray is still wet, that might be cool. Like you might get some cool wet on wet texture blending in there, but also not... Sometimes that might stress people out, so you might have to let it dry a little. You can literally blow on it if you want. You can blow dry it at a low setting. But realistically, acrylic shouldn't take very long to dry. And same over here. We're going to go a little bit into that dark spot. Not on this one, but on this one. And we're just brushing it roughly at the end. Remember, when you're loading your paintbrush, you can spin it around, get it in your paint so you get every bristle filled. And then as you go and you feel like your paintbrush is running out of paint, and you can spin your paintbrush to the other side, there should be locked and loaded with some more paint. Oh, that's a lot of water. Oh, and that's a dirty rag. That's just getting it red. Whoops. And if you don't like the blend on there, sometimes you can go in with literally a wet paintbrush and buff it out if you want. You're having anxiety of coloring in because you're using a pencil. Okay. Hey, that's okay. Let's, so for you not having paint, it'll be a touch different, which is fine. The difference for you is you'd literally color this whole thing in a light pencil. Like a light pencil. You'd still do the same thing how I talk about like following the direction. I wouldn't go crazy every direction. I'd go be conscious of your brush strokes, pencil strokes. But then the darker places, that's you going back in with pencil and doing another layer, pushing a little harder. How you build up value is by layering your pencil. For us, it's easy because we can mix a color and lay it down. But for pencil crayons, for watercolors as well, it's more about layering your levels. Layers. Layering your layers? That probably isn't a good way to describe it. Let's see if this will do something while you guys color in those ears. So like, let's see. You can see this here. Okay, so you color, for example, the whole elephant in with like a light color. You can hardly even see it. And then let's say we want the top to be darker. So now you push a little bit harder on the same spot and come a little bit down. So then now you'll go again and you'll press even harder on that layer and come a little bit down. And see how like now you can get value. You have dark color and light color by using the same utensil, if that makes sense. I think if I just drew an elephant right here, I'm going to color can you see? I'm going to color in the whole elephant in this one value, in this one pressure point. And then let's say I want the ears to be a little bit darker. So now I'm going to come into that top of that ear on this side of the ear. And same over here, top of the ear, side of the ear. And you can do this with a pencil too, of course. And then if you're gonna want his eyes, then you'll just be doing more layers that way. Does that kind of make sense? And like, oh, you can get that ear darker and darker and darker as you go, right? I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. Okay, no, I haven't filled in the head, but we're doing that right now. Fats is doing good. I should see. I have to see. I don't let him get away with not showing me. Okay, so I'm still using this same light color that we used to fill in those ears. And for some of you, this is very dependent on your quality of paint. So if you want to leave some spaces open for where you're gonna put the flowers in, because you're worried that your paint won't paint on top. The head's not filled in. I'm filling it in a second, don't worry. I'm just saying that you see how the painting that we were doing has cute little flowers on their head, right? For people with good quality paint, you could paint this whole thing gray and then you'll be able to paint the flowers right on top, fine, no problem. But for some people's paint, the quality isn't the greatest, and if you painted this gray, you might have trouble painting the flowers on top. So completely up to you if you want to leave like a spot, let's just say like that's where the flower's gonna go, that's where it's gonna go. And not color in there, totally up to you, okay? I just don't want people to set people up for disaster if your paint just won't let it happen. So I'll just do that to so that you guys aren't worried. Some of you might just paint the whole head in, totally fine, totally fine. Fats can erase it, that's beautiful, that's easy. Or make a new layer, I mean, not erase it. We've got a little head in here. I would never. I can literally hear your voice when you say that. Today, you guys, I was getting ready for my stream. I think it was like 7:30, and then I get a notification that Fats goes on live. And what's the name? It says something, and then it's like, paint along with Tay. And I was like, yeah, right. I was so excited. Okay, some of you might get worried that you're losing that line of the head. It's totally okay if you do. We're going to be doing a new outline on there anyway. And then paint that nose trunk, whatever, right down. If you want to leave a little outline there, you can. We are going to redraw it with a different color, so not the end of the world if you painted it in. Oops. Same here, you can use your outline if you want, or you can cover it up, because again, the last step is outlining it mostly. Okay. Right, so I just left those holes up there so that the flowers fit. You can even make her little head like cuter with and box it off a little bit more if you want. But again, I'm still conscious of my brush strokes always. Did you just assume my elephant's gender? I did. I know. I'm being a jerk today. I've actually called it a he and a she many a times. But it might not be either. You're right. Who knows? I'm just touching up those spots. No worries there. Close enough. Oh, Justin. I don't even notice. I literally don't even notice that they say that. Okay, but looking at that close, we've got a bunch of different grays going on. That's okay. Look like I went out of the lines a little bit. What can you do? So we're still going to be using the same lightest gray that we just touched up on, and we're going to go back on. Oh, Tender Bear, see ya. Thanks for the props and the visits. Good to see ya. All right, we're still, like I said, we have this light gray that we've been using. Did you know that Joe is coming? Joe? You here, Kaiser? Are we talking about Joe Kaiser? So we still have this light gray. Joe Mama! Joe Dirt! I like how you guys all think that's the best. we have this light gray, and it's gonna feel weird and redundant, but now we're gonna go back and we're gonna come over top. It's still pretty thick paint. You got a little bit of water in there, but it's not by any means our chocolate milk consistency. It's mostly paint. And we're gonna go over top that dark gray, but you're gonna leave some of that gray peeking in the sides, okay? We wanna see the dark gray that we added in there. This is just how we're building shape and texture. But see what I mean? How? Underneath, we can see there's still the dark gray. We like kind of made an outline almost with it. And you can do the same on this side. Let's just roughly fill that in. And remember, water's your friend. Like if you kind of want to blend out that rough line, you can get your paintbrush, it's clean, there's just water on it, and you literally just buff it out. That's something, it's like a technique that you'll for sure have to play around with. But I've said it once, I'll say it again, water's your friend. It helps you correct stuff. All right, and I'll start looking. You guys start sending in your sending in your progress updates because it really helps me see what I'm like teaching, good or bad, to see all of your paintings where they're at right now. Okay, so we got a little bit of that light gray on there, and now we're gonna go into its little knees. And we're just going to lighten it up by doing a couple lines, okay? It's going to seem odd, but they have those, like, little knees, right? We're kind of implying the lines in its knees. How do you send updates? If you are on Instagram, DMing me a picture on Instagram at Taytayski down here is the best way. But if you guys are only on Facebook, you can probably send me one on Facebook, too. I think I could be able to maybe get those up on there. But the best way to send in updates, I have it set up on my computer for my DMs on Instagram. But I know some people don't have Instagram. I always forget that. Spoiled Instagram Brad over here. But you see, we've got water on our brush, water and paint, and we're just kind of lightly adding in some little textured lines in there. Let me know if that's confusing. Fats, you should just be using a low opacity, a translucency. What's the best word for that? We're just filling that in there, and same on this side. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Let me get that set. I saw... You forgot to paint in one of the feet way back when. Oh, nothing wrong with that. Your painting looks amazing. A guy donkulus. A thank you. You ate a thesaurus today? You guys know that's actually funny. I used a thesaurus today for the first time ever. Not ever. In a very long time. Because I was saying truthfully too much in all my messages. Truthfully. So I had to thesaurus it. You missed the knee thing. No worries. It's literally just with the same light gray that we've been using. I just started going in with some little lines and a watered down paint. Okay? We're using the same light up here, but just a little bit more water on our brush, and we are just in the direction, the left to right or right to left. Kind of lightly brushing on. Go ahead and fix that little spot. Boop, 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 boop. Right? Have you ever done something while you were painting and messed up and got upset? Oh, all the time. Literally all the time. But I never miss a paint. Like, I never give up on a painting. I will paint a painting until it's done, until I like it. If I mess up, I'll paint over it, I'll paint over it, I'll paint over it until I like it. But of course, like I know I always say, like, don't paint your painting too precious. It's hard to do that, but it really will help you in the long run. But don't feel bad if you get upset, because it's a natural feeling. Sometimes you think you ruin it and you work on it and then it's better than you could have ever imagined. Like, let's see, can I spin this all the way? Will it make it? No, it won't. You'll only see the bottom of it. Never mind. We'll have to talk about that one after. Let's see, can you see the one behind me? Okay, yeah, now you kind of can. So see that Bob Marley down there? I have literally painted this like 14 times. The colors on it a million times. I've covered over colors. I'm coloring back over top of them. It's, I see a picture of it from before. I'm like, oh, I liked it then. And then I add some more colors. I'm like, oh, I like it better now. It's just, that's the life of being an artist, you guys. Thank you, Madge. I have 15 of these huge 36 by 36 inch paintings that are due in like 2 weeks. Wish me luck. Okay. We still have this same good old... You're lost with what? That I just was flailing you around? Sorry, guys. I'm just back with that light gray again. Oh. Send me a picture on... send me a DM. We've got a couple here. I love when you send the... So this one she just sent me in before with just with trust the process ... listening to me. Appreciate it. But look, he's cute. Ooh, look at Stacy's background. Or Adam's and Stacy's. Sorry, both of them. They both have beautiful backgrounds. You guys, love. Okay, you're not messed on the legs. You just gotta keep going. Don't you see that good old elephant texture in there? I don't think you're lost in the legs. It just looks weird to you right now because it's not finished. And all you do is just keep adding a little bit more gray. Like maybe it's just because my values aren't as stark of a difference of yours. Not a big deal. Maybe add a touch of black into your gray if you want. But I don't think you have to. I think you just have to add more of the white. Good one, Tiny. Good one. I love when you just tell me when I'm not painting. But like, see how I just you can keep going over that spot. I feel like Tiny's trolling me, to be honest. Because you only come and tell me that when I literally haven't been painting. Oh, and then you guys sent me a Facebook one, and I just realized I'm not signed into Facebook on there, but I will show you. Ah! They're coming along so good! You guys, Charles has never painted before. I don't know which one is his, but it doesn't even matter because they're both so great. One thing that I am noticing on a couple people's, on yours and a couple's that I saw in here as well. Is there another one you said? Oh, no. Oh, God. That was wrong. There we go. Is painting over... Oh, sorry, Warless. 4 seconds. Some people have trouble covering over this line, because remember there was a line here? I would just add a little bit of gray with a little less water to try to cover up the line in there, because we don't need that line anymore. And for Warless, I have been painting literally my whole life since I was around 2 or 3, but it has been my full-time job for the last 6 years. Which is pretty crazy. Yeah. I know whenever I get asked that, I always say, I'm like, I don't really have like a specific time, but it's just something I've done my whole life. And then I never imagined it being my career. But then I failed chemistry in high school. A lot of you have heard the story many times. I failed chemistry in high school and I thought I was going to be a dental hygienist, but when you fail chemistry, you can't do that. And then my friends were in art school and I was like, hey, that's cool. I like to draw. Let's try it out. And then here we are 10 years later, which is pretty crazy. Okay. Sorry, I'm just remixing again because I'm failing in the mix department. I would highly recommend to start with acrylic, yes. Acrylic is the most forgiving paint of them all. You can add a lot of water, use it like a watercolor. You can buy mediums, use it like an oil. It's not toxic. You don't need special mediums. Acrylic. Okay, guys. How's that? Did that leg thing stress people out? It was really just to add... Yes! Send me another picture, Draws. Like, looking at the picture you sent me, it literally, as long as you did it on the second leg, it would be great. Unforgiving is oil because it needs weeks and weeks to dry, sometimes a week to dry. So remember how I always talk about how I just paint over my mistakes? Like, oh, you don't like something, paint over it. You can't do that in oil. Like, you literally have to wait a week before it's dry enough for you to paint over top. But the beauty of that is that if it stays wet for a long time, you can blend like beautiful, smooth gradients, while acrylic's a little bit harder to do that. But you can buy mediums to put into acrylic to make them stay wet for longer. So I would completely suggest acrylic. Like oil, you don't use water. Like if you have, like we have water for our paint here, you use like a terpenoid or something for oil paints. It's a little bit different. It's beautiful, but it's just like more intense. Hello, Stu? Stu? Stowe? Okay. We're still on this cutie elephant, people. We've got that light gray that we've been using forever. And we're using a watery, little bit watered down consistency, okay? You might want to use a smaller brush for this, like if I can find one, like maybe a little bit smaller than the big guy. But we are just gonna be doing, and remember our paint's a little watery because we want it to dry a little translucent. We're just gonna draw a couple little spots on his back leg. I'll show you in a second. Tristan, you're not supposed to give me all your props. Do you guys see that? It looks a little, maybe we shouldn't do that. I feel like if you guys didn't have a good time with the legs, maybe we shouldn't do that. We'll play that by ear. If you want to just lighten up the top half of your back leg by putting a little bit of this lighter gray watered in there, you can. If this is if the legs were stressful for you, don't. I wouldn't do it, okay? Same on this side. You can just lighten it up a little touch of this watered down light gray. The watered down is important because we want it to be translucent and see that dark gray underneath, okay? You can make them in cute little spots if you want, but I just am realizing that since you guys were stressed out by the legs, I don't want to stress you out even more. Okay. Ooh, Erica, I just saw yours too. Super cute. Ah, okay. We've got the penciler in here doing a great job. Look at your values. Literally nailing it. You did exactly what I was saying. And those dark spots, you got them darker. It's perfect. And then I think I got sent another one in here. Look at that cute little crown. Super, super cute. Oh, okay, Draws, send these as not disappearing messages. Send them as keep in chat. Because when they're disappearing, I can't show you them. When you take the picture, at the bottom, there's like 3 swipes. It's like keep in chat, disappear, or yeah, there you go, there you go, there you go. Okay, but that's the first one you sent. That's the same as this one, isn't it? That one's cute too. Perfect, perfect. Well done, everyone. I agree, Madge. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, you sent yours in. Oh, so cute. Yeah, what's wrong with the leg? I think it's perfect. You guys, don't worry. We're going to be adding some little spots. They look weird. You guys, what do I have to say about that? Trust the process. Mine look weird too. We're literally at the end going to do an outline around everything. And it's all going to be beautiful. Perfect. We saw them all. Okay, cute, 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 cute. What did Draw say? Oh, just haha. Okay. Mine looks creamy. How do I... It is, I guess, kind of creamy. Cuties! Also, I didn't say hello, I don't think, at the top, Vacancy. Good to see you back. Oh, okay. My legs are... Okay, well, we're just gonna hope for the best here. Those are amazing. Good job, Tane, everyone. Stu, thank you.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought my Alexa was listening to me. We want a little more white. Again, because we are still working dark to light, right? Oh yeah, Stace, it's you two that are pals. Okay. So again, we're back into our gray. We want it white or like almost white at this point. You've missed paint night so much as to become your therapy. That literally means the world to hear. I love that you guys enjoy it. We've missed you too. It's so sad. So many of the irregulars had to go back to work. We've missed y'all. Okay, we've got more white on our brush, even though it's stressful for people. If you want things to be more creamy, I'm assuming it's more water you're gonna need on your brush. I think. So now we're gonna go to this nose. Oh, it's already 9:20. We gotta go quicker. Okay. And remember how we're talking about directions and how we want to use our brush strokes in the right direction. We are going to imply this snout that she's got. And you are gonna do a couple lines going down. Some of you might want to use a smaller brush for this. But again, you guys, if you're having trouble with these shapes and wrinkles, imagine like a real elephant's wrinkles. Like, it would just be difficult. So difficult. I promise. I'm gonna do a little bit lighter at the top too. For some of you, if you feel like when it's drying, it's too stark of a difference, that just means we're gonna have to add a little bit more dark into it and maybe go on over top so that the values aren't so different. It's all about the values. Nikki's late. That's okay, honeybee. You're here any. What if they're too similar? Then that just means you have to do one or the other. You have to add more white to bump up or lower the value. It's all about playing with these values, right? It's like, oh, if they're two the same, one needs to have maybe, if you want it lighter, add more white into it. If you want it darker, add a little more dark in there. It's all about playing with your values. And again, which is like, it's hard to teach. It's a lot of this stuff is like, you just try it out. You gotta try it out. And you'll feel like, oh, this is what it feels like to have too much water on my brush. Or this is what happens when I don't have enough paint. That type of stuff. It's all just like trial and error of just like doing it over and over again. That's what I mean is like hard to teach fully. I just try to show you techniques, but you guys have to like put them to the test. And I'm also not a trained teacher, so I just ad-lib sometimes. I'm like, what do you mean you guys don't know what you're doing? Just like brush it on. But I'm just realizing I'm going a little slow today. It's already 20 after 9. Okay. Alright, we've still got this light gray. Remember, if it's too similar, you're going to have to add more light to it because you want it lighter. We've just implied that little snout. Like, let me show it closer. See how my brush strokes, like, did the work for me to show the shape. By, like, curving along downside it. Again, if I'm teaching it bad, tell me I'm a jerk. Dresden. Oh, I just realized I didn't respond to your last... You're like my big brother poking at me. You are. You truly are. You're a great teacher. You gave me confidence to try and do Starry Night. Right? You sent me that and it was beautiful. Ah, I love that, you guys. Okay, we've got our light on our paintbrush still. And we're going to go in that dark spot and just... I kind of went a little too over, but See how now the dark underneath is a shadow for our little curved ear that we added in there? Yeah, looking at this picture close, this is 100% a watercolor photo, but watercolor is very, like, I don't even know if I know how to do it. I do paint in watercolor, but I don't know how to teach it. I'm very sorry about that. Okay. And we're gonna come up the side with our lighter color and do a cute little cheek. It's a curve out of the circle. Our consistency is still a little watered down. Not too thick. We got some water in there. Because when it is pure straight on the brush onto there, it'll be like a very definite, obvious swipe. We kind of want it to like slowly blend into each other as she goes. So water's our friend, unless you're dry brushing like Adam. And here too, let's just punch out a little cheek. And guess what? We're gonna draw some flowers that are just gonna hide all of our whoopsies, okay? And again, remember, if you're getting some sharp lines that you're not happy with, when your paint is still wet, you can go in with just a wet brush. There's no paint on it, just water. And literally buff out that line a little bit. Again, that's kind of more of a intermediate technique. I don't know. But it's something to try if you want. Works probably better if you're doing on canvas versus on paper. Paper. Couldn't think of the word today. Okay. Are we seeing this elephant come to life? Yours is melting into itself. Send me another picture. What does that mean? It might just mean that's you're working wet to wet, maybe. Maybe you have to let your base color dry a little bit more. Oh, I missed another one. You guys are all sending, there's a lot following along today. Oh my gosh. Let me see if we have some of my message requests. Oops, I just punched something. Okay, well that is a super cute one. Yeah, I think your head's just a little too light. That is fair. So, how can we work this for you? Yeah, your cheek's too dark now. Exactly. You know what? Just lighten out your cheek again. I would lighten out your cheek and then don't worry about it. We will put in some, when we put in some outlines, it might be a little, you might just have to put a couple almost pure white lines on top that will add in that shape. But yeah, that's totally the problem. The cheek is a little dark, so it means that your base head is a little light. Not the end of the world. Remember? Because nothing's ruined. It's fine. Oh! So cute. So cute. Pencil one. Okay, good. We've got them all in there. Okay. So, since it is 9:30, why am I just like power sweating here now? I'm feeling the pressure. Now we've got this cutie elephant. What we're gonna do is go back to a little bit of a darker color, and you guys are gonna be like, what, Taylor? We just went from dark to light. What are you doing? But if you look at the elephant, she has cute little spots on her, right? So we're gonna go back to a little bit of a darker gray, but not super, super dark. If you don't want it to stand out like mad, I'll bring it close to you. I'm using a little brush, and we're using a watered down consistency, okay? Is anybody else having the same trouble as Draws with like value? Is your head too light? Because realistically right now, like there's not much Like, it's still very light. See how the shapes are not popping out too much? There's not too much definition. Rachel's is too? Okay. So we're gonna go in with this dark, and maybe we'll save the day a little bit. Let me see what that color is. Okay, cool. So this is the gray that I'm using at the moment. It's a little bit darker than what we're using before. It's a little brush, and we're using a watered down consistency because we want it to go on nice and translucent. We're gonna draw some little spots on this baby. And they're all around the edge. Maybe we can even do them a touch darker. Remember, water's our friend. Taytayski's low translucency or low opacities. Well, am I just sending you all to failure? I'm so sorry. Thanks, Madge. Tell me if I'm sending you to failure, you guys. You know I stress out about that. We're doing different size little spots, sort of, but not. See those little spots on there? We've got some little spots under the ear. I'm always sticking out to the sides. Ooh, splatter! Hey! Here I am thinking that I'm just ruining you guys. We can do splatter. Splatter might stress some of you out, but we can do it. Okay, I'm bringing these dark spots down a little bit, but we'll make some splatter too. I'll just show some of you how to do the regular ones. Do we see just cute little dots? Again, look at your reference photo to copy where did they put their dots. That's the easiest way. If you're like, where do I put them? I feel like I don't know how to make them random, or you're scared to place them places. Sometimes just looking at a picture and getting a good vibe of that will help. But again, remember you guys, water's your friend. Like, you can hardly have any paint on there. Like, this is basically almost just water with a touch of paint, and that's going to dry so translucent. You're not even going to see it. But it's just adding extra little texture in there. Right? And you'll wait for this to dry. You'll see how... perfect. You'll see how light that dries. Again, decide what you want. If you want to do these spots or not, that is completely up to you, because it seems like I'm stressing people out today. And that stresses me out. But realistically, you guys, if your head was too light, now you can go in with this light gray, again, watered down. And you can do the opposite. Like, where it's supposed to be dark, you can bring in... You can bring in this light gray that we've been using, really watered down, but you can go in the spots that you want to be darker, right? When we originally painted it darker and put the light on top, but maybe that's not working for you, you can go in with that little bit of darker in those spots, right? Ilum! Do we get a puppy in here? How you doing, dog? And for you who want to add lots of detail or are caught up, you can even add like lighter spots if you want. Like, the world's your oyster. Whatever you want. You can give them like those little knees if you want with lighter. It's up to you guys. But we are going to draw some eyeballs in like a second, okay? He's a Dalmatian, right? So cute. I think it's so cute. And again, if your spot's dry and you're like, wow, those spots are way too dark, I don't like them, no worries. Go back into your gray, add more white, and go literally right over top of that spot. Fats. Guys, I don't need, but fats, I need to see. Somebody send me fats. Somebody break fats request and send me a picture of where his painting's at. Okay? And then we're gonna draw some eyeballs. Fats are killing it. Bunch of narcs. I remember last time you were panicking the whole time at your peacock, and it turned out literally so good. It can't be any worse than mine. Taytayski, yours isn't even bad. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. There's so many times. Oh my. Just spilled water everywhere. There's so many times where people have hated their painting the whole time until the last 5 minutes. Then they're like, wow, it's amazing. I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy. I trusted the process. Okay. So, we're going to draw some eyeballs, you guys. And how about, it might be helpful for some of you to watch me do it first. And then we'll do the other one together, okay? If you're still doing spots and stuff, it's okay. Just because I try to shove it down until the 2-hour time limit, you can always watch the video tomorrow to finish your elephant or take some time after to finish him up. Totally up to you. I'm just feeling the pressure because it's 9:30 right now. And I gotta go to work. Okay. So, we've got our little elefante. Some of us might have left some holes as to where our crown is gonna go. And we have roughly these 2 lines to where the snout is gonna go, right? So we're gonna come to the side. To the sides, probably about here. Mine are probably gonna be off-centered because I'm doing it from the side. Oh, we got fats. Okay, cool. Thank you, Zach. You're the best. We will get into that in 1 second. I'm excited. With pure black and a little brush, you guys, we're drawing just a straight circle, okay? Because that's easier for people to draw a straight circle. Feel free to color it in if you want. That's fine. If you are using a pencil, I wouldn't, just so you can leave that white spot. So we've got that circle. And you are going to start at the top and you're going to come down and just draw a line straight down. You're following the curve and you're going to draw a line straight down. See that? We've got a circle with a line down. And you're going to start at the end of that line and match up with that eye. And that's just a way to make a cute angled eyeball without getting too stressed. And then the piece de resistance is its cutie little eyelashes. So you start at the top, you follow the curve of the eye, and you just pop out a lash at the end. Maybe 2. Maybe 2 lashes. Woo. Do you see that? Frickin' adorable. And remember, you guys, when you want to paint very lightly with a paintbrush, or very thin with a paintbrush, let's do the good old test. I haven't done this in many classes, you guys. Actually, first, let's look at fat. Are you kidding me? Look how good it is! You guys, that's on MS Paint. And look, oh, I can't see that. Oh, man, I don't. Look at, you can see my last message. He did so good, I can't even believe it. Fats, drop it. You've done amazing. You've literally done amazing. Look at, people in the comments are impressed. You're all the props. You're not supposed to give me all the props. You stop it. Okay, you guys, let's do the good old pressure test. This was the favorite part for some people for a long time, and I haven't done it in a long time. Ilum, props for fats. Don't butter me up for props. Zip it. Okay, you guys, the good old straight line. Fats, stop. Stop! You guys. You're being too nice to me. You said you're out of props, you crazies. I'm just trying to do the thin to thick line test, okay? Sad Screw coming in. You guys are just sweet angels. Okay, so I'm using a paintbrush, right? If you want to go very lightly on this paintbrush, see when I hold it here and I'm just using just the tip of the paintbrush, okay? Look how nice and thin that line is. Beauty. It's crooked, but what can you do? But if I use the same bright paintbrush and I push down completely, so like look, the whole paintbrush is being used on the canvas, and I pull that across, oops, but I don't have enough paint in my brush, you get a thicker line, right? This was a terrible example. Pretend that I did it down here. But these two lines are made by the same paintbrush. It's all about pressure. So if you're getting nervous to draw these dainty little lines, don't push very hard on your paintbrush. Use just the tip of the brush, okay? That's the secret. Same with over here. What are we doing? We're going to draw a circle. And remember how we use this little trickaroo of this line to find out where you want to put the other eyeball? I'm truthfully very cross-eyed, so I'm really bad at that type of stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Fats gang! I love Guy Donkulus. I love that username. Is your name Guy, or are you just a guy? Okay. We've got that circle, right? And then what do? We used the top, we followed along, we made a line just straight down and out of that circle. And then from the edge of that line, we just met up with the rest of the circle we've already drawn, as I just did it so terribly. Yeah, my eyes are a little wonky. That's fine. And then what are we doing? A cutie little eyelash or two. Wha-bam and a wha-bam. Oh my gosh, she's getting cute. My eyes are not, they're wonky. One's higher than the other, as I showed you guys my trick and I didn't even do it good, but what can you do? Okay, are you guys ready? We're just gonna paint the flowers quick, and then the rest will be a quick old outline, highlight, and our little guy, girl, non-gendered elephant will be done. You guys can decide if you want to do a background. I usually let you guys decide. But we're going to paint some flowers, okay? And the best way, does everyone have yellow, or do you have green or pink? I'm assuming, I said green on the thing. We can start with a little green. Or you can draw it in with a pencil if you want, whatever you want. I'm just using a little touch of green. And I'm using a little paintbrush. Oh my gosh, that I'm dropping on the ground. You guys just spoiling me with all those props. I don't expect it. Can you? And again, when we're mapping stuff out, you guys, you always want to use a really watered down paint, right? Important. Your eyes are straight fire. I'm proud. I'm excited to see, once we get that little white highlight in there, they'll be perfect. I'm excited to see your little eyelashes you got going on there. Okay, you guys, I am using green, but watered down to my chocolate milky consistency because it's just an outline. If you have brown, you can use brown. If you have yellow, you can use yellow. I'm just going to start by doing just a little. We've got the center flowers going to be here. I'm just going to add a little thin line that goes whoop. And then how about over here? You guys can't even see that. I'll bring it close. So these are just the branch lines. It basically looks like I just drew a mustache on her forehead. Okay, we're going to do one line up. Meep. And it's really okay if you don't put all the places down. Tay-Tay, we appreciate you a lot. Great content. Sax! Appreciate you a lot. Thanks. I just love tell that you guys love it too, because I have so much fun doing these paintings. So I'm a painter for the people, as I've said before. I'm happy that you guys like it too. Okay, and some of you might be stressed and not want to do this in green. If you have yellow, cool, you can do it. But I'm just going to put little circles where I want the center of all of my flowers to go. Okay? The branch part's the end for him? No. No. It looks weird right now, but you're going to be fine. Okay? I'm just putting little green spots where I want these flowers to go. There's a dot here, dot here, dot here. Right? Also, hello, my girls. I'm in the group chat, but I can't text back. Okay, so look, what's happening up here? Is she an alien? I don't know. But she's coming along. So, we have laid out the branch. And guess what? It's going to turn into leaves. We've got our green. We're ditching that watercolory with concoction, okay? We want a little bit thicker paint. And we're going to just follow down the branch. You're going to start at the end, and you're going to do one little teardrop leaf. Oh my gosh, look. Dainty little teardrop. And then we're going to go a little bit down on the line, but still starting on the line. Go out and do another teardrop, but maybe it's a little bigger. The consistency is thick old paint. Again, you want a touch of water on your brush so you can pull it across, but it's not that chocolate milky consistency. It's mostly just paint with a little bit of water on your brush so that you can move it around. Ego Lover's back. Hello, how are you? We're just painting some leaves on this vine. And so now I went to the other side. I did a bigger teardrop. Maybe we'll go a little bit down and do a smaller teardrop. But you're just kind of going back and forth. The only reason I mainly didn't do it, the stream brown, not the stream, the branch brown, is because I don't think I told you guys to bring brown. So if you don't have brown, don't worry about it. Here's another teardrop. It's okay if it's inconsistent. Sorry I haven't been here. I've been forgetting and lost track of time. Hey, that's okay. Life's crazy, you guys. It's busy. Sometimes I almost don't make it to my own show. How's that? How's that? It's okay if some of them overlap. Maybe let's put another little guy over here. Same up here. Let's put a little egg on the top. Boop, 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 boop. Did the pancakes look good? Oh, heck yeah, they did, Ego. You can find it on my YouTube. They are on my YouTube. They turned out fantastic. Alright, we're doing the same thing over here. Teardrop. It can be irregular if you want. They can get bigger as they go. My leaves looks like pickles, says Fats. Hey, you know what? We're gonna add some other colors in there. It's okay. They won't look like pickles. They look like pickle Ricks. My leaves look like pickles. What did you paint? Oh, on Tuesday. So now we've changed it up a little bit. On Tuesdays we draw now. So actually, I don't have them close to me. We drew Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, which is cool. Little teardrop, little teardrop. Heck, if you want to get even, you can do another one. Let's do a little thin one here. And this one can just be... Boop, 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 boop. Whenever you do these vines, it always is helpful to draw the branch or the stick or the line first. Named Lilo? Lilo could be L-I-L-O, but I think it could be L-E-L-O too. Who knows? We knew what you were saying. And some of these leaves we might want to place after we put the flower on. I'm just tossing in some leaves. Or pickles, according to Fats. Okay. How's that? Does that look interesting? If you want to bring it up another touch of detail, again, this is completely optional. I'm like, what's the word? No worries. See you in a sec. I go. Again, just working our dark to light. Like, you can add a little bit of white into the green, and you can go back on those leaves and do a little spot of a lighter green. But again, you can still see the dark green underneath. Do you see that? Not a necessary step, just if you want to add a little more detail in there. Boop, 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 boop. If they look like pickles, I'll show you one more step, but we'll have to let them dry first. Sorry, Fats, you don't have to worry about the drying, but we'll have to let them dry. My nose, so itchy. Okay. Alrighty, let's get some flowers in there, you guys. Oh, I didn't even splatter a vacancy. I'm just all over the place. All right, you guys, I said red. If you have pink, pink also works too. You can take out your red and white because we are just making pink. With red and white, I'm just trying to be a little fast because I didn't realize what time it was. We did a controlled splatter with the dots, yeah. You know how to splatter. You go ahead if you want to. I'm just taking out a little bit of pink. Hello again, Ego. That was quick. Alright, we're going into those flowers. I know it's a little stressful. I'm sorry. We're going a little fast, but I'm using a little baby brush. If you're using red and white to make pink, go for it. I'm using a little just straight pink because I'm trying to be fast. Our consistency is still going to be pretty thick, more paint than water. And you're going to just go around the circle that we drew in different, making the petals get bigger as we circle. Oh my gosh, why am I painting it in this position? Why am I trying to be fast? I try to keep them 2 hours. That's the problemo. So we're coming up to the 2-hour mark here. And I taught that flower very terribly, so we're gonna do another one a different way. Thanks, Ego, you're so sweet. Okay, let's do just a regular flower, okay? Because I taught that very poorly. We're gonna go back in with our pink. We're gonna find the circle that we made for our flower, and we're just gonna make a classic old regular flower, okay? This is the circle point that I'm gonna start from, and you're just gonna use that as a point to always come back to and paint your petals outwards. Boop, boop, boop. Right? You can do different colored flowers if you want. They don't have to be pink. I'm just biased, even though my hair doesn't look pink to you guys right now. And again, over here, you can either do a rose or you can do the petals again if you want. You can make as many flowers or as little flowers as you want. I'm going to make that one go over top the vine that we already drew. Some of you guys might want to do yellow flowers. I don't know. Maybe. I didn't tell you to bring yellow, so I don't want to stress you out. Or if you want to put yellow in the center of your flowers. You can even just make yellow dots and people know they're flowers. They don't have to have any rhyme or reason to them. See, they're all just kind of messy. They're really just blobs that I put up there. Okay. For those of you who think that your leaves still look like pickles, now that you've done dark with a light spot inside, you go back with a dark green and you just make a little line through them. I'll bring it closer. To make them look more leaf-like. Do you see what I mean on here? Oh, I keep punching myself. You put a little line through to make it look more like a leaf. Would that help you? And it goes back. Hello. So that's probably the best way to make your leaves look more like leaves versus pickles is to give them that little dark line through the middle. How do you start streaming on a phone? Can you stream from a phone? I'm actually not even sure if you can. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. I've always just done it from my computer. Can you stream? Can you, like, broadcast from the caffeine app, though? I should know that. Sorry, guys. As I'm a partner, I'm just a jerk. I've just always... You guys know I suck at technology. Heck, even if you want blue, you can put some little blue spots in there if you want. Up to you. I'm just filling up spaces while you guys play around with your little flowers. But we are going to go to outline and white highlight, and she done, you guys. She done. But the outline always brings it together. So, at this point, I will suggest, as I do many times, because some people get stressed out with outline, you can use a Sharpie if you want. It's a sin. Don't tell other artists. They'd probably get really mad that I tell you guys to do that. But if you're just at home trying to have fun and be happy with your painting, and you're more comfortable with a Sharpie, use a Sharpie. Okay? But we're going to be outlining. And so if you're using a paintbrush, just like me, yeah, you, exactly. But you're not the only one. It is outline is a very common time where people get stressed out. So it's not only you. We can use straight black. You can use a little bit of gray, like a darker gray if you want. You're going to use your paint pen that Adam got for... Adam, look at that. Got Stacy a paint pen. I guess I might as well do my shameless promotion that I don't get paid to do. Paint pens, I don't know if they got this brand of paint pen, but these are the best. They're Molotov paint markers. And you can get them like super thin as well. And you're usually, like, it's literally a marker of paint. So it's basically doing what we're doing with a paintbrush, but using a pen, and it is the best. I use them on every single painting. And I highly recommend them. Okay, so you people who are doing our outlines of our little cutie elephant, take out the smallest brush you got. And don't forget what I just told you guys about outline. About pushing hard or not. Keyword not. They look the same. Aw, thanks. They're super cute, hey? But we want you to go really lightly with your brush. Don't push too hard. But we're just going to fill in some spots. So we are going to go... I'm using a dark gray, people, but you can use a black if you want. I'm using a little brush, and I'm using lots of water on my brush with a nice more paint than water consistency. Because with water on your brush, it'll be way easier to pull these lines. If it's dry, your brush will keep getting kind of caught in all the bristles and teeth of the canvas. So I promise it'll be very helpful to add a little water on your brush so that your brush moves nice and smooth. Well, you guys, I never told you the story about this shirt. As we outline, I'll tell you it. So, Justin and I, is Justin even here right now? He's not going to be here to hear the story. That's okay. His parents can hear the story. It's not a juicy story. We went to like whatever festival in San Jose or in Oakland, and here I was being like, I'm in the States. It's beautiful. It's gonna be so nice and warm at this music festival, and so I dressed not warm. But the music festival was right by the side of the ocean, so it was freezing. Like, the wind was freezing. It was so cold. None of us were appropriately dressed. And so we go, and we're like, oh, we'll just buy some merch, because they have lots of merch for all the people. And we're like, the lineup was ginormous, but we're like, we're so cold, we have to wait in this line. So we wait in the line, I feel like it was out. I feel like it was over an hour at least. And we get to the front, and they're literally sold out of, like, everything. It was, like, a Porter Robinson music festival. So, like, of course, you'd, like, looking for all, like, the top name stuff, and there was nothing. Everything was sold out. But they had, like so many of these extra large Anna Managuchi drunk Furby t-shirts left. And I was like, that's got my name all over it. Mine. And, of course, I jumped on it. And then you could, like, so I could sit down and, like, put my legs inside of it to stay warm. And Anna Managuchi was actually a really cute little band. And now it holds a special place in my heart forever. Kenzie still has her Furby. Does he speak still? Okay, I'm still just outlining, you guys. Oh my gosh, that kind of scares me. Oh my gosh, don't forget the tail. Thank you. I'm just the worst teacher today, you guys. Sorry. Let's see. We've got a foot here. And in his foot, he's got little bumpies. It's easy to just cut off the foot a little bit shorter. And let's just bubble those nails in. I did it a little crappy. Let's do it on this side better. Boop. You can cut it off a little bit early and give him some nails. That's totally okay. Thanks, Ego. You're the best. And I'm still just filling stuff in, outlining our way around. Okay, filling out that ear. And on this side, falling down the edge of the ear. And you can cut that little curve in her ear. I keep calling her and a she. I mean a he and a she. What can you do? She also has bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Oh, that's sad, Ego. It seems the same for a lot of people. I'm actually using a dark gray, but some people are using black because they're using Sharpies. It's totally up to you. And see how I messed up that foot? I'm going to fix it in a second. Did you catch up, Nikki? Okay, and then we're back to her eyes for a second. I know I'm just jumping around like a psycho. But we're just going to do an eye fold right over top. And an eye fold right underneath. Do you see that? Eye fold, eye fold. And same over here. Let's do a little eye fold. Whoop. And over here, little eye fold. Whoop. Oh, Oh, I don't know if Nikki streams. Do you stream, Nikki? And our final touch is gonna be pure white. And that'll be the easy, they start, whatever finish. And then I'll show you guys some other details if you want. Oh, the tail. Okay. JK, let's do a tail quick. We're literally just gonna... I don't think they do Ego. I don't know if we can. A tail is literally just a pop out of the side. Look, a little whoop. Kenzie, be the narc and send us a picture. On DMs. And tail is just a puff out. I just drew that. I didn't tell you guys how I did it. Let's try it on here. The best way to do. So we did the tail, right? It stuck out. And you're gonna curve a line up and out. And then you kind of just follow that line as you make the tail. Puff out and follow the line until they match together. Does that make sense? You got it. That's just upset with you. Why are you crying, Taytayski? Your elephant's cute! You guys, also... I'm the narc. It's not even Kenzie. Kenzie's not even the narc. It's so good. It's so good. That's on MS Paint from someone who says he's not an artist, you guys. Suck it. I don't know why you're sad about this one either. You just have to draw in the outlines, and outlines literally save the day. I love I'm the narc. Oh, this one has a pink background. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. We're coming along. We're coming along. And it's already past 10. Oh my Lanta. My favorite song? I'll think about that. I'll think about that. Give me 1 second. What song have I been listening to on repeat these days? Our last steps, you guys. Our last official steps are what? Yes, thank you, Kenzie. Yes. I love how you guys know the answers to all the questions. Wait a Minute by Willow is for sure my favorite jam right now. Okay. If your water's dirty, feel free to change it out. It might be messing with your colors, but we're going in for pure white right now. And y'all know I love a pure white, okay? A pure white highlight makes this thing just like, okay, we're going to put a little white dot right here. And a little white dot right there. Oh my god, it's already so much cuter! And same on this side, a little white dot and a little white dot. Like, are you kidding? Why is that so cute? I don't understand. I don't understand. Kawaii, right? And then you can go in and you color in a little white spot in all the nails, but you can still keep the outline. Oh gosh, that's a disaster. Right? And if you messed up this little foot like I did, look, now you go in there and you didn't. It's done. It's solved. Problem solved. Same on this side. Boop, add a little white, add a little white. And when you got pure white in there, you can make highlights wherever you want if you want. Don't want to stress y'all out. But you can add maybe some bright pure white on some of your flowers. I know my teacher, like I can just hear my teacher Charles being like, excuse me? You're only supposed to put pure white in the pure, like in one spot on your painting, and all the other whites are supposed to be like different. That's just, you'd also be offended with how I just explained that. But I cheat, you guys. I cheat and I put white highlight everywhere because I think it just makes it so good. Like, why don't we just give her a little white on the head there? Let's give her a couple white lines in her nose. I don't know, why not? Again, you don't have to. You don't have to do everything that I do if it stresses you out. There's some pure white, maybe in her foot somewhere. Maybe she's got some little... Because in the actual picture, she's got like little rosy pink cheeks. But with how the white went for you guys on like the knees and stuff, I'm just a little bit nervous to do the pink on there. So I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm not nervous that you guys can't do it. I'm nervous that I can't teach it well. That's the problem. Maybe let's put a little white outline in there too. You can even make white spots if you want. To add some more texture and pattern to her, maybe in her little foot. I don't know, I'm just going along. But if you wanted to add the pink, it would again be like the very watered down consistency. Look at how cute she is. Oh, I didn't color in that spot on the eyeball. Right. Thanks, Daryl. She's moving at the little speed of light. I know. I'm so sorry, you guys. That's a jerky move of me. Where are you guys at? Where are you guys at? It just was past 10 and I was like, I have to finish. Outline still. Yeah, that's fine. Here, I can outline too. You can even give her some hair if you want. Like, oh my gosh, what a cute little munchkin. Mine looks cuter than the one I tried to copy. What a compliment. Thanks. And I mean it, Ego. Sweet angel over there. Some of you might feel like you want to outline your flowers. I don't know. Do you? I don't know. Go for it if you want. I mean it! Do you mean it? Let's just get that in there. Again, not necessary. Oh, I just made a black line down her face. That's cool. Woohoo! And then, like you saw, some people added some backgrounds in there in the end if you wanted. That's totally cool. You can go in with your really dark, watered down paint and just fill out the bottom if you want. I don't know. You just ran 7 laps around your room in excitement. Well, happy to bring you some happiness. You're just always a positive person in the streams. I'm just painting on some watery paint in here, you guys. It's not a big deal. You don't even have to do a base if you don't want. Splatter would be nice. Beauty. Okay, what color should we splatter? Like, should we splatter some, like, colorful, like, blue or something? Natty T! Is that the Natty T that I think it is? Pink, yellow, green, blue. Okay, well, hello, Nanny T. Love to see ya. Ooh, you guys are I just love that you guys know all my regular moves. Okay, let's do some splatter first, and then, well, here, I'll glitter it. If I can find the right glitter, where'd I put that, baby? I love that you guys love the up drops. That's the best. Okay, so how I glitter stuff. I know, look, wait for a second. She's sitting in a puddle. So see how I made that good old puddle at the bottom? I'm just going to sprinkle some glitter straight into that wet paint. And when that dries, it's going to lock in that glitter. And it's just going to bring a nice little twinkle to your eye. Okay, like, look how cute that is already. Oh my gosh. Let's do some blue splatter first of all. I'm really pretty, Ego. Look at you just shooting out the compliments over here. I don't think this is copyright free. I have glitter paint that you use. Oh, look, that's even better. You just get her done with one step. Hey, you can be the teacher's pet. That's okay. I'm just kidding. Okay, for those of you who are new to the splatter game, just remember how we did that good old chocolate milky consistency of paint. I'm just mixing it up here. I'm using a relatively bigger brush. You might almost even want to make it, let's see if I bring my camera down a touch so you can see it. So see right here, I'm making this like watery concoction of the blue. Sometimes it's good to give it a tap or two before you start. And you might even want it a little bit more liquidy than chocolate milk. But you will for sure, I would suggest to practice. Like try on a piece of paper or something. Stay about like a hang's loose away from your painting. And you're literally just gonna flick it. Beep, beep, beep. And if you're quick to the jump, with your wet or whatever damp rag, you can kind of tap it away from some of the places you don't want that splatter to go. Or you can easily put a piece of paper on top of your elephant to cover from the splatter. Again, I don't know how Slats goes about the splatter. Just like tap, 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 tap. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, sorry. Do I play video games? I'm a very casual video game player. Like, I'll play Call of Duty with my boyfriend sometimes, but I suck at it. We play, like, NHL. I'm like a Mario gal. Just about got all the stars. That's what I'm working on in my off time. Mario. So, see close up, you guys, that good old splatter? That's kind of fun, hey? I know Nikki always brings the splatter in hers. I love that. For some of you, you can use a toothbrush, a good old toothbrush. Literally, this was my toothbrush like 6 years ago, and then it just adopted into a paintbrush, which could be gross. Who knows? Would I mind playing raw blocks with you tomorrow at 12 a.m.? 12 a.m. What time? Like what time? What time zone? If you use a paintbrush, you guys, you lock and load it the same way with the same watery down paint, and you literally like shoot it like a gun, like fa-ching, fa-ching. Does the toothbrush require breaking in? Hey, great question, Ella. No, probably not. No, but at the start of my career, I was a starving artist and I couldn't afford another tool, so I just adopted an old toothbrush. That's really funny. Yours, which is 10. Oh, we're the same time. You're going to be streaming at midnight? What day is tomorrow? Friday? Oh, I can't on Friday. I have some crazy deadlines coming, but I will play with you one day. I'm not going to lie to you. I will at one day. I am in Canada. How's that? Looking kind of cutie. And remember, for those of you that I was talking about, if you wanted to add the pink, but you're might be stressed. Again, this isn't for everybody. You're in Denver. Oh, so I'm just above you. But the pink is also, guys, going to be just the same old watered down, blendered into consistency. Zax is off to sleep. Good night. Thanks for tuning in and being so kind. But again, you guys, I'm just buffing in here with lots of water to give them some rosy ass cheek. I usually don't swear. Oops. Sorry, kitties. And you can't even see from far away, but see close. That's just straight, basically water buffed in there. You did tiny pink polka dots for that part. Look at, oh, see, that's cute too. You can even, if you want, maybe bring it into her knees or something. I don't know. Again, the Pink Forest Cafe, who originally did this, did a great job. She does it she or he, I'm not really sure. Does it watercolory, and it's a lot softer and a little different than how I paint, but coming along. Paint by number. So who's talking about up drips? Let's see. She's getting crazy. Man, guys, you have me here. Send me in your questions if you want. Let's check out some other ones. Oh, I love her. Oh, you guys can see. Look. So stinking cute. Oh my god, love your flowers. Your flower crown. You forgot the tail. I know. You forgot the tail because I forgot the tail. That was my fault. My brain was everywhere today. Oh, and I haven't seen them since. I know. I love the background too. You guys, I'm just so lazy not painting backgrounds for you. Send in your pictures, you guys, so that we can share with the class. How am I missing all these? They're not showing up on my computer. Let's refresh that. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh! Your ears are like Dumbo ears, and I love that. Dumbo is one of my favorite Disney movies. Not the real action one, the cartoon one. Love the splatter. Love the cutie. Ah, see, look! You added in some outline, and they're, like, it's from where I can see. They look great. Nice pink floor, Rach. You guys. She's typing. I'm curious what she's gonna say. Oh, Charles, let's see yours. Let's see yours. Oh my gosh! You guys. Precious sweet little angel. And then we've got the boy one without the flowers. Come on, come on, come on. Focus, focus, focus. Can you just be my friend? There we go. Charles, for your first time. You did so good. I like the little tuft of hair on the top. Did you have fun? Nice glitter as well. On the bottom there. Can you guys tell how glittery that is? Oh, I like moving my phone like it should glitter, but damn! You're not feeling great about it, but oh well, still fun. Hey, you can still, that was your first time. Now you're gonna get some like, oh my gosh, you guys, thanks for all the hearts. I'm just blind, I didn't see all those. Oh, they're all so cute. Did I get yours in, Grunge? Oh, I didn't, yeah! Oh, she's got the up drips for you, Ayla. Oh, and look at those fluffy eyelashes. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm obsessed with how cute these all are. Who else did I miss? Oh, right, that was from before. You guys, I'm just so proud. So proud. We went a little late today, story of my life. I didn't do the up drips, Ilum. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I haven't decided. What are we painting next Thursday, you guys? What do you want to paint? I haven't decided yet. We are on Tuesday. Oh no, what's first? Saturday. We've got Taytayski / URL edition, okay? I'm going to be painting someone from URL. Everybody is requesting a tiger. Cool. Tiger. Grudge Mania says, watch the panda on YouTube for the up drips. Hey, look at this. Thank you. I'll put it in the YouTube video. At the end of the YouTube here, I'll put a link to the panda. That was a fun one. I liked the panda. If you guys haven't done it, you should try the panda. That was a good one. Can we paint a derpy taco? Yeah, you're not the first one to request taco. I have taco on the list for sure. Hey, we could put a taco in there. I think this Thursday we'll do a tiger because that's been requested many a times. And I like to ask the people here that are actually doing it because I ask on Instagram and I get so many suggestions of people who actually aren't going to attend. So I like that you guys who actually come to do. So let's say we're going to do a tiger next Thursday, but Tuesday, Doodle Night, we're going to do Monsters Inc. version. We're going to do Sully and Mike Wazowski. Another one of my favorite Pixar movies, but we're drawing. So don't worry, guys. If you don't have paint and you were intimidated by the paint or didn't like the paint, let's go Tuesday, draw days, Mike and Sully. Yeah, we're drawing Monsters Inc. That's the plan. 8 p.m. as usual, Mountain Standard, Mountain Date. MT of something. Colors for drawing. I don't usually suggest colors. I just want to teach you guys how to draw it. And then you can decide where to go from there. But here, let's get a picture of them quick. Monsters Inc. This is actually like roughly a picture like this. Where is it? I'll try to find the actual picture that I was something like this one. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Just a second. Can you just open up here? I'm thinking something like this picture, something of the two of them. Ooh, Rango's a good one to add to the list. Good call, Stacy. That's a good one. For Monsters Inc., like I said, draw days are all about just the drawing and the shapes and getting that down. But if you bring like a lime green, an aqua blue, a purple, we could make it happen. Greens, blues, and purple. Yeah. Yep. I'll either do it in pencil crayon or Prismacolor markers. Yeah, just a couple purples. I always suggest take a look at what you're drawing and peel it out from that. When it comes to paint night, so if we're doing a tiger, obviously we're probably just going to be using orange, yellow, blacks, and reds. But as long as you have red, yellow, blue, black, and white, we can mix any color, we can make any painting. Okay? Super easy. It's just if you want to buy like an orange or greens, like that's awesome because you don't have to mix it. It comes right out of the tube. But if you don't want to buy a lot of supplies and this is just a casual for fun thing for you to do, don't worry. All you need are those 5 colors that I just mentioned. And I just said 4 with my hand, but 5 colors that I just mentioned. Thanks, Tam. So happy we're able to join live again. Missed you and everyone. Same. We've missed you too. So happy you made it. And Nikki, have a great night. So glad you caught up at the end. You're crazy. You came in so late and you just snuck in there at the end. Amazing. So that's what we got, guys. Saturday 4. Did I say 4? Saturday at 3 p.m. I will be. I think I said, let me just check before I lie to you like a jerk. You're going to see my face next at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 100%. I'm going to be painting something, a character, a person from URL because they're having a big show on Saturday. And then you'll see me regular Tuesday, Thursdays. Always follow me on Instagram. I post about the week here on Caffeine. I'll ask you guys suggestions. You'll see the reference photos, yada, yada, yada. You know what's the usual. Follow me on Caffeine. Follow me on YouTube. What else do I got? Etsy. Taytayski across the board. You'll find me. And I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming to join. I hope you love the little elefante. Like I said, you guys go at it. You can add more details you want. If you don't like the spots, paint them out if you want. Add more gray on top. So glad you loved it. Good to see you again too, girl. Mama. It's been a long time. Thanks, Daryl. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Vacancy Kills. So much fun as always. Nikki. Oh my gosh. You're the best, you guys. You're the best. Thanks for staying late, too. Thanks, TJ. Oh, TJ's never came up, and you guys, my streamers have never heard me be called TJ before. I love that. Just so you guys know a little, I don't know if it actually is important or not, but Drzdowski and I have played Ringette forever, and her name's Drzdowski and mine's Odinsky, so we're the skis. And then Strudeski was in there too. We're the skis. And TJ is where I come from. And Fort McMurray people used to call me TJ because I was too much of a tomboy to be Taylor. Ugh, what a girly name. Ugh. Oh, that's so funny. JMY74, you just downloaded this app and clicked on your thing. You don't know what you're supposed to do. Well, unfortunately, you caught me just at the end of my stream, but we're glad that you came in for a second. If you were here a couple hours earlier, I would have taught you how to paint this elephant. But welcome to Caffeine. That's so awesome. Next time, if you're here on a Saturday, Tuesday, or Thursday, you'll find me, and I'll teach you how to draw something or paint something. That's what you see in Taytayski's house. That's super cool that I'm the first streamer that you have found from downloading the app. That's pretty amazing. It's an honor and a privilege. But welcome to Caffeine. I hope you find some cool stuff on here. Okay, who else am I saying? Good night, Tay. Thank you for being awesome as always. Oh, thank you. Oh, the skis. Oh, yo. Oh, yeah, no, for sure, bud. Justin just bringing out my Canadian in there, hey. But don't worry, you guys. I'll see you Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday. In case you're not enough. I mean, not enough. In case you're not tired of my face enough. The eyes are... we didn't see Fat's final piece. Is anyone going to send me that picture? Fats? Send me that photo. I'm waiting. Guys, I'm waiting. Where's Fats Narc? Where's Fats Narc? Yeah, slide into my DMs right now, sir. And like I said, you guys, if you... Oh, I put this paintbrush in upside down. Oh, I haven't showed... Oh, no. Okay, Deanne. Deanne, if you're still here... I just saw your picture now. Send me them. Oh, we got Fast on here. You guys, look. Nailed. Literally look at that cutie. It's so good. Fats always every day says he's not an artist. The proof is in the pudding. You don't like the ears. Maybe, what do you not like about the ears? Do you think maybe it's just the right one's small? I think just the right one's a little bit smaller. That's fine. Look at you just being, Fats is definitely an artist. Look at him being so critique-ful of his work. He's like, I don't like the ears, the legs are boxy. You're definitely an artist, okay? I am obsessed. Okay, so I unfortunately, there was what did I say here? There's a second one is the 7-year-olds. I can't see them because they're disappearing, but look where they were going. This 7-year-old was killing it at this point. I can't wait to see those. Fats, I did this to you? Are you saying that I made you an artist? You guys. Oh, good night. Thanks, Ego. You're awesome too. Fats, I'm happy that you're an artist now. We'll see you guys on Saturday. Come hang out with me Saturday. I know it's supposed to be beautiful outside, so it kills me a little bit that I'm going to be streaming in the beauty. But I'm also, like, really excited. So, I'm off to work now myself. If you guys want to see me for the rest of the night, I am going to be on my stories on Instagram painting these big, huge paintings I was telling you guys about. It's just about time for me to go to work. Okay, you guys, thanks for being the best, as usual. You know the deal. Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday. Good night, you guys. See you later.